just record this session. Okay. So now to start with this machine learning, let's first of all try to discuss some of the basic things. Maybe there will be some basic things related to statistics and mathematics, and some of the basic things which we are going to need will be from maybe from software background, computer background, right? So whatever we are going to need for this one, let's try to discuss all those things. This is what I am going to start with. As you can see here in this syllabus, you can see the first point they have mentioned is basic definitions. Definitely, I'll be starting with the definitions, basic definitions which we need for machine learning to understand the concept of machine learning. We will be talking about that. We'll be talking about some other terms, right, which are related to machine learning and what is the difference between them. For example, you might have heard about there is a machine learning. Now you might have heard about something called as deep learning. So we will try to see what is the difference between them. Or maybe you might have heard about something called as data science. So how all these terms are related. So, in the basic part only, we will try to talk about that. Like types of machine learning or types of learning. Hypothesis. I hope you might have come across this particular term in your maybe in your subjects, right? Cross validation. Again, I will show you implementation of this. For this particular thing, linear regression, decision tree, overfitting, I'll be showing you complete hands-on, right? It will be like we'll be developing the model. See, what I'll be doing is in machine learning, generally what happens is we always try to build models, and models are based on some data. You always try to train the models, and during that particular process, we require these concepts which are related to mathematics or statistics, right? So I will be trying to show you final product. I will be trying to show you the model itself, right? For example, linear regression. Once we discuss linear regression technique or linear regression algorithm, and the mathematics involved behind that, we will implement it and we will try to make use of linear regression to create a final product. So linear regression is generally used for prediction, right? Suppose I want to predict what will be the stock price, right? So in that case, you can make use of linear regression kind of a technique. It's a very basic technique or the first algorithm we can see in machine learning. But what I'll be doing, I'll be trying to show you a model how to create that. And once that model is created, we will go further and we will deploy that particular model on cloud. Even if you people are not aware about cloud, do not worry about that. I'll be telling you what to do to just understand this. Whatever is needed, I'll be telling you everything. So I'm not expecting that you should be having knowledge about some language or you should be having a knowledge about some technology here. No, I will be talking about all those things maybe from the basics. So, but let me just get an idea about you people, what you are aware about, so that if you are aware about some of the technologies already, what I can do is I can try to add or I can try to cover more things in that case, right? Always remember, first of all, we need to cover all these things, right? But yes, obviously, machine learning is not limited to this much of this many number of points. Obviously, there are a lot of techniques which are involved whenever we talk about machine learning, right? So it all depends how much you people are already aware about and what I can add in that. Definitely, we will try to go according to the audience. Right. First one. What I want to discuss now is, as I told you, I will be discussing about basic things, right? So, as you can look at the syllabus, see, they have given linear regression, decision tree, overfitting, instance-based learning, feature selection, collaborative filtering, probability-based learning. Again, based learning, we will be implementing probability. This is something related to your field, right? But yes, we'll be discussing that. This is another technique. These are all the techniques which I will be implementing. Neural network, I'll be showing you complete hands-on in this case. I'll be talking about perceptron, multi-layer neural network. What is that propagation? So I'll be showing you practicals on this, and we'll be developing some models. We'll be making use of some data sets, and in that also we'll try to make use of text data as well as image data, right? So just to make about those sense about image data, just to understand different types of data, we need to discuss some of the basic because of these points, all these points, right? Clustering, again, this is also one topic where we will be talking about implementation, right? So overall, these are the topics in your syllabus. Now, what basic one should be aware of? So first of all, let me talk about some of the basic things like data. You should know what is data, right? And the terms related to data. Okay. Before that, let me tell you what tools I'll be making use of. As I have shown you this syllabus, right? So I talked about implementation. So as this is our first session, here itself, let me just tell you about the tools which I'll be making use of. The first tool, see, whatever the implementation I am going to do here, I'll be doing that in Python. So I will have to confirm whether you people are aware about Python or not. If not, I will be talking about whatever is needed for Python. But what I came to know is that Python is already covered, I think, in previous subjects. Okay, that I'll be making sure. Definitely, I'll be. I will just make sure that whether you are aware about or not, this or not. Okay, this is one thing. As we are going to require Python, so for this, I'll be making use of this tool, Anaconda Jupyter. If some of you are aware about it, that's good, no problem. If not, I'll be telling you how to do that, how to install it. Installation is really easy. So, actually, we need something called as Jupyter Notebook. So, Jupyter Notebook is present in Anaconda. Okay, it is just a you just need to download exe file and just double click on that. That's it. Along with this, see, definitely this tool we will be making use of, but along with this, we are going to need one more tool, and that I will call it as IDE. If you are not aware about IDE, don't worry. Integrated Development Environment. See, as I told you that I'll be showing you practical implementation, so I'll be trying to develop some mini projects or projects based on these concepts, whatever we are going to learn in these subjects. So generally in real time, what we do is we make use of IDEs. And in this case, which IDE I will be making use of is, I will be making use of something called as PyCharm. Again, there might be the case that some of you might be aware about it. That's good. If someone is not aware about it, no problem. Not at all. You can make use of PyCharm. See, specifically, I will be making use of Anaconda Jupyter and PyCharm. These two tools you should have on your machine if you really want to go and if you want to understand something from the subject. I am talking about practical approach, right? But even though I told you that these are the tools which we are going to make use of, but it is not necessary that you should also use these tools. It's not a hard and fast rule because there are a lot of other tools also available. You people might have used command prompt, black screen. Yes, that's also okay. But why actually I will recommend you to make use of Anaconda Jupyter? There is a reason for that. See, whatever I'll be discussing in these sessions, for almost all the things I'll be sharing my notes. Okay, and the notes, the notes which you people are going to get will be with the extension .ipynb. Right, and .ipynb extension is there in Jupyter Notebook. The notes will be like you will be getting my hands-on notes, plus you will be getting the code, you will be getting the output of that, everything at one place. So the Jupyter Notebook is going to make everything easy, and it will be easy for you to for you to read and for you people to execute. So you will be getting the theory as well as the code at one place. So it will be in a systematic manner. Uh, that's why I will recommend that you also make use of the Jupyter Notebook. That is one. Okay. As I told you that if someone wants to make use of some other tools, definitely you can make use of this. For example, there is something called as Google Colab. Now, Google Colab is an online platform, right, where you can run your Python program. There is something called as Spider. Yes, you can make use of Spider also. As I talked about IDE, you can make use of other IDE other than PyCharm. For example, there is an IDE called as VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Yes, you can make it, but I will be making use of this or this. Why am I telling you this one? Because later on, so those people who are aware about all these things, they will ask me, okay, can I use this or that? Yes, definitely you can go and you can make use of. Whatever the code I'll be sharing with you people, that code you can run on any tool. It will run on any tool, no problem. But in my case, for these sessions, I'll be making use of Anaconda, Jupyter, and Python. That's what I want to clear, right? I hope everyone understands that. Now, I have one question for you people. Just let me know whether you people are aware about Python. Are you people aware about Python? Just let me know. One or two people, just let me know in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So you people, is it basic Python or advanced Python?
Basic.
Basic Python. That means, see, I will be listing out some of the topics, or let me go and let me show you some of the topics whether you people are aware about that or not. I will just show you some topics here. Just say yes or no whether you are aware about all those topics or not. Okay. So what I will do is, then I will directly go and I will directly try to start with the things which we actually need for this subject. So see, for basic Python, I hope you will be you might be aware about something called as lists, tuples, dictionaries, right? Different data types which are available in Python. I hope you people are aware about. So let me show you the names of the topics. If you are saying that you people are aware about basics, that means most of those topics you might have actually use all those things. Right? Let me just open. See, whatever you are able to see, this thing. This is nothing but Jupyter notebook. What did you use? Have you used Jupyter notebook earlier?
Use PyCharm.
So that's good then, no problem. If you have used Python, that's good. That's what I will be making use of, right? But for notes, whatever the notes I'll be sharing, I'll be giving you this kind of file. So definitely those things will be helping you for your exams and all those things. For example, there is an algorithm. For example, linear regression. So the things related to linear regression, everything will be incorporated in one IPY and file. The code, whatever the diagrams are there, and theory part and mathematics involved. Everything will be at one place. That's why this Jupyter notebook. See, here you can see all these topics, right? So data types, numbers, strings, printing, erase, dictionary, boolean, tuple. So these are the things which you will see in basic Python. Plus, along with this, I hope you people are aware about comparison operators, if, elif, else, again basic thing, for loop, while loop, range function. I hope you are aware about. I don't know whether you are aware about list comprehension or not. Functions. Do you know lambda expressions? Is it covered earlier?
Yes.
Okay. Map and filter. This particular topic, map and filter. Can anyone just let me know map and filter? Do you have any idea about this? These are just the methods which are okay. So Pallavi is saying okay. They are saying no. No problem. Then maybe we can go and we can discuss this one whenever it is needed. But I hope most of the topics are already covered in basic Python. Okay. For example, see if maybe if I go here and if I try to open a new notebook again, as I told you that I'll be making use of Anaconda Jupyter. So whatever you are able to see, it's a Jupyter. If someone is not aware about how to install it, just let me know. I'll be showing you. I'll be showing it to you how to install it. See, as you talked about basic things, so if I want to write down something like true plus true, something like this. What is the result of this? Can you tell me? True plus true in Python is going to give you what result? Anyone? Just let me know in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. What will be the result of this? It's a basic Python. Yes, can anyone let me know? True plus true is what in Python? Or you know it or you do not know anything?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Okay. So yes, it is right. True plus true is 2. You can check. It's 2. My point is true always resembles to 1 and false is 0. So suppose if I write down something like this, sorry, it should be true plus false. So it will give me 1 because 1 plus 0 is 1. So like this, if you go and if you write down suppose 2 plus 7, it is going to give me 8. This is a part of basic Python. These are the things. See, all these things are basic, but very important. right? That's why one should be aware about all these things. So this is nothing but true and false. They are Boolean operators. Okay, so in Boolean data type you might have seen. So maybe for example, suppose you might be knowing the difference between list and tuple. So lists lists are mutable and tuples are unmutable. Right. Suppose if I go and if I try to create a list like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is called as a list. How to check type of any data structure in Python? What is the command?
Using type definition.
Right? Type of L. It's going to show you list. So for list we use square brackets, for tuple we use parentheses, for dictionary we use curly brackets, and for set also we use curly brackets. My simple question is, if I write down, see, you know, right, how we write down a dictionary? We declare a dictionary with curly brackets, right? Suppose this is a key and the value of the key is this one, right? So dictionary is nothing but what? It's a key value here. Suppose another key is something like this, and the value of the key is something like this. So say this is a dictionary, right? Now again you can go and you can check type of key. Now as I told you, even set also you can declare with the help of curly bracket. But what is a set? Set is actually a collection of unique elements. The word unique is very, very important. So if you see, yes, anyone, any question? Okay. Yes, I told you. Okay, if anyone is having any question and question, just let me know. You can unmute yourself, no problem. See, set is a collection of unique elements. So if I go and if I run it, we'll be able to see only unique elements in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, why I show you set and dictionary? Because I want to tell you that for dictionary also we use curly brackets and for set also we use curly brackets. Now the question is, if I write down something like this, D1 is equal to only curly brackets. Tell me, is it a dictionary or a set? I hope everyone is able to understand my question. Is it a dictionary or a set?
Set.
Set. Okay. Now let. Okay, Eunice is saying set, I guess. Okay. See, I will run it and I will write down D1 and then check the type of D1. Now you will see that it's not a set, it's a dictionary. See, very basic thing, but again important because this is where you are going to see in code also. See, as you can see in your syllabus, there are some algorithms which are written. But I told you what, we will be implementing those algorithms. When I talk about implementation, I told you I'll be making use of Python language. When I talk about Python, whenever there's implementation, definitely one should be clear about some of the basic things. See, this is not hard thing. This is not difficult at all. You just need to go and you need to execute the code. Whatever I'll be sharing, you need to execute everything. That is the best way to understand these things, and that is what is going to create the interest. Then you will be definitely able to link whatever you have learned in mathematics or statistics. How we people make use of that in case of machine learning models. So definitely there is a connection. They are related in many ways, and you people are already from mathematics or statistics background. Definitely you have advantage, right? Language actually, yes, language, if you do something, definitely one can learn language in short duration, definitely as possible, right? So see, remember, this is nothing but a dictionary. But if you want to go and if you want to create an empty set, so empty dictionary is always created like this, and empty set is always declared like this, right? See, if I go and if I try to show S1, this is set. If I go and if I try to show type of S1, now it's going to show set. So remember that basic difference between dictionary and a set. Like this, there are a lot of terms. As and when it is required, definitely we will go and we will discuss that. Okay. Now, coming to your syllabus, coming to this machine learning subject. So, as I talked about the tools, I talked about Python language. I came to know that you people are aware about basics of Python. So with keeping that particular thing in mind, right, I will go and I will try to start with the things which we need, or the concepts which we need for this subject. First thing, right, as uh, as I have shown you all the content from your syllabus, first thing which we are going to need for machine learning is some concepts which are like data, right? So can anyone tell me what is data according to you? You might have heard this particular term many times, right? What is data? What do you understand by that? Maybe right or wrong. Okay, someone has given the answer in the chat box. Okay, Akash. Akash is saying data is information. Okay. Any other answer other than that? Akash is saying data is information. Any other answer? One or two more people. Or are you also saying data is information? Yes. Is it a new term for you people? Are you hearing it this particular term first time here? See, as this is our first session, that's why I just need to clear about all these basic terms. Okay, I'm getting one more answer here. Collection of information. Okay, Alisha is saying it's a collection of information. So let me tell you, first of all, make a point that data is not information. Data is not information, or it's not a collection of information. Both the terms are totally different. See, if they would have been same, then why there would have been two different terms, data and information. So always remember, data is not information. If I want to define data, I can say data is just a raw material. Data is just a raw material. Now, from data, yes, definitely you can get information. Now, those people who are saying that data is information, just make this point clear. Data is not information, data is just a raw material. Information. Now, if I ask what is information? Information is something which we call it as processed data. Remember this. Very basic, but again, very useful and important. Data is a raw material. Information is processed data. Now, for example, if you say that, okay, maybe suppose in simple words, if I want to tell you, if there is something which is having a cone shape, if there is something which is sweet, or if there is something which is cold, this is data, right? But this is called as ice cream. This is information. Just try to understand. Okay, so that's why data is a raw material and information is processed data. Definitely, information is very important. But if you are not able to make any sense to that, then it is of no use, right? So you have a data. From data, you can get information. Maybe by pre-processing it, maybe by cleaning it, or maybe by applying some different techniques on it. So data is a raw material and information is a processed data. Now, once you get information, from information you can have other terms. For example, you have something called as database. Again, this is again not a new term. What is database? Database is actually a collection of related data. This term is very important. Related. Database is a collection of related data. Now let me give some examples. See, a database is not a new term. When there were no computers, still there was a database. So maybe people were making use of some books. It was a database, right? You might have heard about something like all of you are aware about Microsoft Excel, right? In case of Windows, you might be you might have used Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is an example for database. It's a database. If you talk about computer terminology, you might have heard about something called as MySQL. Even though you might not have used it, but yes, there is something called as MySQL. So yes, it's a database which can store data, which can store information, but related data. So Basically talking about my Microsoft Excel kind of a database, it's a collection of related data. Now, why I said collection of related data in that case? So specifically, if you talk about this kind of thing, as we already used that. So in that, what do you have? You have your data in this format. That is in the form of rows and columns, right? So rows are related to columns in some way. So it's a collection of related data. So there are a lot of examples of it. Microsoft Excel, MySQL, Oracle is a database, MongoDB is a database. Okay. Then even a text file .txt is a database. Even a .excel file is a database or Microsoft Excel, right? Even in some of the applications which I'll be showing you, we will be making use of JSON files. So JavaScript object notation. It's like a dictionary. As you people are aware about basics of Python, and in basics of Python you are aware about dictionary, and dictionary stores the data in the form of key and value pair, right? So exactly same format is followed in this file, JSON file, JavaScript object notation. It also stores data in the key and value pair. So like this, for example, marks. So marks 50, comma. Suppose name of the student. So name, suppose Rahul, right? So key and value pair. So JSON file is a key and value pair. And one of the most important formats we will be making use of again and again, and what we make use of in real time also, is the CSV file. Anyone aware about CSV file? I hope you people are aware about CSV file. Maybe for
Comma separated value.
Yes.
comma separated value, right? So this particular CSV file is very important. Can you tell me, can you have a text file as a CSV file? A text file, can you have it as a CSV file? I will tell you. See, a CSV file looks like this. Suppose maybe I am writing down some data here. Suppose I am writing down Sachin, comma, suppose 50,000. Then suppose Rahul, suppose 20,000, right? Suppose and so on. So see, and you are trying to say this particular file as a .csv. You are opening Notepad and you are trying to create a text file and then you are saving it as .csv. Yes, it's possible. This is a CSV file. Why? Because the separator is comma. That's why it is called as comma separated value. But my question for you people is, if I change this separator to, instead of comma, if I make it as a pipe or maybe any other thing, suppose vertical line or a pipe on your keyboard, if you go and if you press shift and button above the enter button, you will get this vertical line pipe. It is called as pipe. Now can you tell me, if instead of comma, if the separator is pipe or any other thing, it may be colon, any other thing, will it be a CSV file? Are you people getting my question?
Yes, sir.
So will it be a CSV file? Still will it be a CSV file?
No.
No.
No. So just make the point clear that yes, it will be still a CSV file. Always remember, by default, the separator, this separator, or we call it as delimiter, separator or delimiter, one and the same thing. By default, the separator or the delimiter is comma, but it can be any other thing. It can be a dollar sign, it can be @ sign, anything, right? But it should be same in the whole file. But by default, the separator or the delimiter is always comma. That's why that file is called as comma separated value. But it can be any other character. Remember, because many times we will be coming across some data sets where you will be able to see that the delimiter or the separator is something different other than comma. So in that case, do not forget that still it will be a CSV file. It can be a CSV file. Okay? So remember that particular. Again, that's a part of a basic thing. Why am I telling you this? Because see, you people are definitely going to come across this kind of a data set. I'll be showing you this kind of a data set based on which we are going to train the models. So at that time, it should not happen that how are we considering it as a CSV file or something like that? Because see, once we know the extension of the file, Depending on that only we will be making use of the methods in Python which we can use to fetch the data from that source. Try to understand. Without data, nothing is possible. Okay. So remember this. Data is a collection. Data is a raw material. Information is a process data. Database is a collection of related data, and I have given you a lot of examples. And again, it's not like that there are these only these are the only databases which are available. There are other databases also. I hope everyone is clear about all these steps. After that, there is something called as DBMS. I hope you people are aware about the full form of DBMS. Can anyone tell me? You might have come across DBMS.
Database management system.
Database management system. So can anyone tell me what is it? DBMS, full form of this is database management system. What is it actually? Any idea about that? Oh,
Collection of data in the form of row or column. Row
collection.
and column.
Okay, so that will be your database. Collection of data in the form of row and column. That is related data. That will be database, right? DBMS will be in simple terms. If you want to define it, DBMS is just a software. And what is software? Software is a collection of programs. And what's a program? Program is a collection of instructions. And what is an instruction? Instruction is a collection of zeros and ones. And what is 0 and 1? 0 and 1 is the binary language which computer understands. Right? So all these things are interdependent. Try to just make some sense about all these things. They are basic. So DBMS is just a software. Why? Why are you talking about this? See, it is like this. We have hardware, right? On a computer, we have hardware. On top of hardware, we have operating system. For example, you people are using my Windows 10 operating system or any flavor of Linux operating system or Unix operating system. So operating system is also software. On top of operating system, you have database, right? And now, as this is the database, as a user, we are going to need to access the database many times. That's where DBMS is going to come into picture. So DBMS is a software which user can make use of to access something from database, right? To access something from database. So user can talk with database with the help of DBMS. That's why DBMS is software. In simple words, if I want to tell you, as I told you, right, when there were no computers, book was a database, right? And pen which we make use of is a DBMS, right? With the help of pen, you can write inside book, you can rough something, you can update something, right? So just you can actually just for understanding purpose, you can actually think of this particular thing like this with the help of this particular example, right? So DBMS is just a software with the help of which what you can do, you can access the database, or in short, as full form itself tells you, database management system. That means you can insert in the database, you can update the database, you can delete from the database, or you can merge something into database. So you can perform the operations like create, alter, drop, truncate, rename, insert, update, delete, merge. All these operations you can do on the database with the help of DBMS as per the requirement of the user. Okay, so that's what DBMS is. Now, as we are clear about DBMS, now there comes a term called as RDBMS. Now, DBMS we already talked about. This R in RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Now, always remember, in database terminology, a relation always means table. Relation always means table. So, after this point, always remember the data with which you are going to deal with, that data is always going to be in the form of table. Right? And the DBMS which you are going to make use of to deal with that type of data is going to be RDBMS. So, which are the RDBMS databases? Microsoft Excel is a RDBMS database because it stores data in the form of rows and columns. MySQL is a RDBMS database. Relation always means stable. Oracle is also an example of RDBMS database. So the databases which stores data in the form of rows and columns, those are the databases which are examples of RDBMS database. But if you talk about current scenario, right? If you talk about the data which is being generated, right, in this current scenario, if you talk about, like, you have different social medias, you have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and you have other social medias lined up, right? New social medias are again going to come. So you will see that, just take an example of Facebook or Twitter. What type of data you are able to see on that? It's not only the data which can be stored in the tabular form, but you are also able to see the data which is in the form of image, audio, video, SMS, email, all these things, right? So that kind of data you cannot directly store in table, and that's why only RDBMS databases are not sufficient, and that's why you might have heard about something which is called as big data. There is a term called as big data. So what is big data actually? Again, related to big data, we will try to see different types of data. Okay, but before that, any question in all these topics till now, whatever we have discussed: data, information, database, DBMS, RDBMS. Again, those who are aware about it, no problem. Okay, but I just wanted to make a point that everyone should know all these terms. That's why I just tried to touch all these basic terms. Any question, anyone till this point? Maybe, or maybe you want to add something here. Yes, no? Yeah, just let me know. Do you have any question or not? I will move forward. This is a simple introduction, I can say, for all these terms. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yunus. So now let's try to talk about this particular term in short. Why we are discussing this? Because we are going to deal with all these types of data while discussing the techniques or the algorithms, okay, like linear regression, support vector machine, decision tree, random forest, k-means algorithm for clustering, and all this. Okay? That's where you are going to come across all these things. That's why this is a this is the thing, just to revive this kind of terms. Okay, now talking about this particular term, big data. In this in all these sessions, we will be talking about one project or one mini project kind of thing, or application. We will be developing one application where we will be making use of the data from Flipkart. Okay, what we will be doing is we will be making the live data from the Flipkart, and then we will be creating application with that. At that time, you people should not have a question that which type of a data is it, right? So that's why this is my attempt, just to clear all those terms here itself. Now talking about big data, there are a lot of definitions of big data you will come across. If you just go and just Google, you will see a lot of definitions. But again, just to make sense about big data, okay, so let me first of all talk about basic types of data. So there is a type of a data. Before discussing about big data, there is a type of a data which is called as structured data. Again, this particular term is a very common term, structured data. The name itself tells you what is structured data. Another type of data is semi-structured data. That's why we talked about the term data itself, right? Data is a collection of data, is a raw material. So structured data, semi-structured data. Then there comes another type of a data, and that is called as quasi-structured data. So we will see what is this quasi-structured data. And then finally, there comes one more type of a data, that is called as unstructured data. Okay, so structured data, semi-structured data, quasi-structured data, and unstructured data. Let's start our discussion with structured data. What is structured data? So in simple terms, structured data is data which can be stored in the form of rows and columns. That means the data where we have rows and columns. This is the best example of structured data. Right? Relational data is a structured data, as simple as that. That's what. So you can have Microsoft Excel example. Yes, tabular data is structured data, where we have rows and columns. Okay, that is structured data. Talking about semi-structured data. What is semi-structured data? So the best example of a semi-structured data is XML database. If you are not aware about XML, no problem. I will tell you how it is. So generally, suppose if you open some website, maybe you will see a XML or HTML code. Okay, it's a scripting language actually, which we make use of to develop web pages. It's a scripting language. So generally the syntax of this one is, suppose on a particular web page, I want to show some data. Suppose just take an example of unipune.ac.in. It's a website, right? If you just go to this particular link, you will be able to see SPPU's page. So that particular website is actually written in XML or PHP or HTML or some other scripting language. But on that page, you are able to see some data. How? Because of database. So XML database is many times used. So I will tell you. Suppose I want to store some data in case of XML or HTML. So we store that in this format. Suppose I want to store some name. So we use angular brackets. We use this kind of a tag. It is called as tag, and then we write down the name which we want to store, and then we close that tag like this. So in this case, we have data as well as the code, right? Data plus the code. So for example, this is an example of HTML. This is how we store data in case of HTML or XML database. And that's why it is called as semi-structured data. Why semi-structured? Because we have data as well as story. That's why semi-structured. Right? So remember, XML database is the best example of semi-structured data. Moving forward, what is this quasi-structured data? So the best example of quasi-structured data is, let me write down, clickstream data. Clickstream data is the best example of quasi-structured data. If you haven't understood this, let me show you an example. See, suppose if I open a browser here, okay, and if I go to, suppose if I just open Google, and here if I type, maybe suppose, see, just look in the address bar. Now it is what? It is google.com. Right? You see here I am trying to highlight google.com. Now if I go and if I try to search, suppose Pune University. Okay, Pune University. Click on this. Now just check in the address bar there is a change. Now in the address bar there is a lot of things written here. Suppose out of all these results I click on first result. Again there will be a change in the address bar. See, there will be a change in the address bar. So whatever the data which is being generated here, whenever I click on the links on the pages, whatever the data which is being generated in the address bar, that is the example of quasi-structured data or clickstream data. I hope you people are able to understand this. Quasi-structured data or clickstream data. Now, where you can make use of this kind of data. For example, suppose some people are running some business, right? Now they want to make some analysis. They want to make an analysis that okay, which domain people are most of the time visiting my website. Are the people from suppose gmail.com, the people who are having email ID as gmail.com from Gmail, are they visiting my website most of the times? Or the people who are having the email IDs of hotmail.com, are they visiting my website most of the times? Or which types of pages a particular person is visiting most of the time? Or suppose if you are making use of a some machine or some laptop, and suppose your boss wants to make analysis that okay, what type of websites that person most of the times visit. That kind of analysis you can make with the help of quasi-structured data or clickstream data. What type of content a particular person watches most of the times. That kind of analysis you can make with the help of clickstream data. Right? So that's an example of clickstream data. I hope you people are clear till this point. Now talking about unstructured data. What is unstructured data? The best examples of unstructured data, which I already told you, audio data, which you cannot store in tabular form, is unstructured data. Video data is unstructured data. Images, unstructured data. Maybe SMS, right? Short message service, again unstructured data. Email, unstructured data. Twitter data, Facebook data. All these are the examples of unstructured data. WhatsApp messages, unstructured data. Telegram, unstructured data. Instagram, unstructured data. Or in short, I can say social media data. All the social media data is unstructured data, right? And why we talked about all these terms? Because if we talk about current scenario, almost 90% or more than 90% data is unstructured data. See, you people are experiencing that, right? We talk about any social media. There are a lot of social media. YouTube, unstructured data. How much data is being generated on daily basis? It's huge. And that's why making use of that data is very, very useful. Making maybe through analysis, maybe through creating the models, right? That's why one should know all these types of data. Definitely, structured data is there. It will be there. But right now, if you talk about, you talk about you talk about sensors, or you talk about driverless cars, you talk about robotics, unstructured data, sensor data, unstructured data, right? So these are the examples, audio, video, and all this. And making the analysis or making use of all these types of data is very, very useful. Maybe in terms of business I am talking about, or maybe in terms of some research. This is what one should actually need. Right? So I hope you people are clear about structured data, semi-structured data, quasi-structured data, and unstructured data. Now, as if you are clear about all these terms, now we are good to go with the next term, and that is nothing but big data, right? So where is big data going to come into picture? So big data can be a combination of all of this. Again, if you go and if you try to search about big data, you will see that there are a lot of definitions of, you will get on the internet. Okay, so let me talk about big data now. Before that, any doubt in any of these terms? Structured, semi-structured, quasi-structured, unstructured. Any doubt? Anyone just let me know yes or no. I will move forward. Or again, let me know if you people are aware about all these terms. Just let me know in advance. I will skip this and I will move to the next topic. That is also okay with me. Okay, so I got the message that yes, there is no doubt. That's good. Let me go and let me talk about next thing. That is big data. Let's try to have some discussion on this one. What is big data? So as I talked about structured data, semi-structured data, quasi-structured data, and unstructured data. Based on that, and even we talked about the definition of big definition of data, right? Based on all these things, let's talk about big data now. Now, what is big data? As I told you, there are a lot of definitions, but just to make the things clear, big data revolves around, earlier it was revolving around 3 V's. Now, big data definition revolves around 5 V's. Whenever you will see some questions based on big data, or whenever you will see a term called as big data, there are 5 V's which are going to come into picture. The first V is volume. Okay. Second V is velocity. Third V is variety. Fourth V is value. See, if you go and if you try to refer older books, you will see this three V's only: volume, velocity, and variety. But now they have added two more V's. That is value, and one more thing that is called as varsity. So let's discuss what are all these things. But remember, If I want to tell you an example of big data can be combination of any structured, semi-structured, quasi-structured, unstructured. But these points will be taken into consideration. Volume means what? Volume means the size of the data. Generally, no, big data, the name itself will be big data, but how much big? So generally, it is more than gigabytes, terabytes, or petabytes, right? 10 to the power 21 zeros. So that much big, you can see. So volume talks about the size of the data. In case of big data definition in 5 is volume talks about size of the data. Velocity is nothing but what? Velocity is nothing but the speed with which the data travels, or it comes and goes, or the data travels from source to destination and vice versa. The speed with which data travels from source to destination, that is velocity. For example, sensor data. No, earlier as I talked about driverless cars, right? So in driverless cars, you will see that there are a lot of sensors which are exchanging the data and which are sending the data to some server location. So that process should happen very fast, right? So the examples in which the data is going to travel with very high velocity, that will be example of big data, right? Best example is driverless cars, sensor data. So velocity is nothing but what? The speed with which data travels. Variety. What do you mean by variety? That means types of the data. It can be structured, semi-structured, unstructured, quasi-structured, or I can say it can be in the form of table. It can be in the form of text. It can be in the form of image. It can be in the form of audio, video, and so on. It can be sensor data, anything, social media data, and so on. So variety of data. So big data also involves variety of data. What is value? Value means the data which we have collected. That data should generate the value. Value in terms of profit or value in terms of quality, right? Or value in terms of money, I can say. Or value in terms of quality of the output. Okay, so it should have some value. It should not happen that okay, we collected very big data and we are not getting anything in hand. We are not getting any useful information. It should not happen. So it should create some value, maybe in terms of money, maybe in terms of output, or it should actually help you to improve the results as output, I guess. That is what value is. And what is varsity? Varsity is nothing but trustworthiness. Now, what do you mean by this trustworthiness? Trustworthiness means the source from which we have collected the data. That source should be trustworthy. See, we are collecting some data from some source, but that source itself is fake. Then what is the use of that data? There will be higher chance that the data is not going to be correct or trustworthy, I can say. So the source from which we are going to collect the data to create the models with the help of machine learning or data science or deep learning or maybe AI, artificial intelligence, the source should be trustworthy. That's what varsity is. Okay, so that is all about this basic 5 V's. That's what I wanted to talk about, right? Volume, velocity, variety, value, and varsity. I hope everyone is clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask the question, right? So I hope there is no doubt to anyone. Okay. Now, with all these basic things, let's move forward and let's try to see some of the basic definitions from machine learning itself. So let me just clear this. So and let me go and let me try to show you the syllabus. See, in your syllabus, as you can see, the first topic itself, they are talking about basic definitions. Okay. So let me talk about that. What are the basic definitions one should be aware of? Now, uh, as there are terms like machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, or data science, or maybe natural language processing or computer vision, all these terms are related with each other, and most of the things you will see that there are some similarities in some of the terms. Okay? So what happens is, let me go and let me talk about these terms. First of all, we will see basic definition of machine learning. Right? Let's try to talk about what is machine learning, and then we will see the relationship of this particular term with other terms. Let's see what is this. We will try to relate machine learning term with some another term. For example, we will try to relate it with maybe deep learning. Let's try to talk about what is deep learning and how it is related to machine learning. Once we see what is deep learning and what is machine learning, we will try to talk about the, what we can say, the bigger umbrella, right? That is nothing but AI. Again, it's not a new term, right? Artificial intelligence, and we will see how all these terms are related. What is artificial intelligence, or how machine learning is related to artificial intelligence, and what are the examples of artificial intelligence, how deep learning is related to artificial intelligence. That we will go and we will try to talk about. Once we are done with that, we cannot forget one more important term, and that is nothing but data science, right? Where data science is going to come into picture. If you talk about all these terms, where is the data science? What is the definition of data science? What type of data it can make use of? And which term out of all these things, all these terms is important in terms of machine learning, right? And along with that, obviously, there will be some terms like computer vision, neural network, right? That also we will try to put some light on, right? So let me just create some space here so that I will go and I will try to show you diagrammatically how all these terms are related. So let me stop this. Okay. Okay, now first of all, let me talk about the bigger umbrella, and that is nothing but artificial intelligence. So maybe you might have come across this common diagram, a Venn diagram I will be making use of to differentiate between all these terms. So if I try to show you artificial intelligence with this circle, assume that it's a circle. If this is artificial intelligence, okay. Now what is artificial intelligence? So in simple words, if I want to define AI or artificial intelligence, I can define it like it is used to enable computers right? To enable machines, to enable computers to think. In simple words, this is how I can define artificial intelligence. So to enable computers to think like what? To think like humans. That's what AI is. Obviously, there are a lot of definitions which are possible for artificial intelligence, but in simple words, this is how I can define AI. To enable computers to think like humans. This is nothing but artificial intelligence. And always remember, artificial intelligence is the bigger umbrella. Everything, whatever we are going to discuss now, everything, most of those things are going to lie under artificial intelligence only. Okay, let's try to talk about machine learning. About the term, the subject which we are going to discuss, where it is going to come into picture. So machine learning is going to come somewhere here. As I told you, AI is the bigger umbrella. So machine learning is going to come inside artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, again, in a short, if I want to define what is AI, what is this machine learning? Yes, we can go and we can see a simple definition of machine learning. So I can say that machine learning is just a bunch of tools. Or to be more precise, I can say it's a bunch of statistical tools. Now, this is the term which you are aware about, right? Statistics. So I will say machine learning is a bunch of statistical tools. For what? For or to learn. Machine learning is a bunch of statistical tools. To learn. To learn from where? To learn from data. And that's why we discuss the term data first. Data is what? Data is a collection of data is a raw material. Right? So try to understand. See, if you go and if you try to see, if you go and if you just Google, you will get a lot of definitions. but I'm just trying to give you simple definitions here so that you'll be able to make some sense out of all these definitions. So just try to understand what's machine learning. Machine learning is just a bunch of statistical tools to learn from data. And what is data? Data is a raw material. That's what we have seen, right? So I will keep it short. I will keep all the definitions as short as possible and as easy as possible. Okay, so that's what machine learning is. Moving forward, let's try to talk about the next term, and that is nothing but deep learning. So deep learning is going to come somewhere here, and it is a very, very important term. Those who want to go and want to develop the models, right? So deep learning is going to be very, very useful in that. What is deep learning again? So obviously deep learning is not a topic which we are going to discuss in this session, but yes, as it's related to machine learning, that's why I'm trying to make a point here. Okay, so deep learning is actually much more recent term, I can say. Maybe since 2006 or 7 it is there. And deep learning is all about making use of something called as multi-layered neural network. Now, why we have introduced this particular term here? Because if you see your syllabus carefully, in your syllabus you will see neural network term, which is a part of deep learning only, right? So neural network is going to come inside deep learning, I can say. So if I want to show you neural network, so maybe it is going to come somewhere inside deep learning. So it is all related to neurons that we will be discussing later on. Okay. So deep learning is something about multi-layered neural network. You might have heard about right now there is a huge impact of artificial intelligence. What people refer to it as Google's AI system. There is something called as Google's AI, Google's artificial intelligence system, Google's AI. Now, talking about deep learning or the importance of deep learning, this Google's artificial intelligence system are mostly referring to Google's deep learning system only, right? So some of the most important advances in artificial intelligence, maybe in the last 10 to 20 years, have been happening in this small area, and that is nothing but which is called as deep learning, and that's why deep learning is very, very important, which is a part of machine learning. Okay, so that's how I can define deep learning in short. Now let's go and let's try to talk about the next term, that is data science. So where data science is going to come into picture? So data science is going to be somewhere here. Okay, data science is going to come somewhere here. Again, if you go and if you try to refer some books, you will see that in some of the books they will overlap AI and data science. They will say that AI and data science are exactly the same. That is not wrong. But to be more precise, if I want to tell you about data science term, this is the definition of data science I will prefer, right? Or through my experience, whatever I am referring, whatever I am making use of, whatever the models I am developing, to be more precise, I can define data science like this. What is data science now? Let's see that. Okay, let's see data science in short. So data science, you can see with the help of this particular diagram, you can see that data science has some overlap with AI, artificial intelligence techniques, with machine learning techniques, but it does not have that much of overlap with the deep learning technique or deep learning, right? But along with all these overlaps, data science also has other areas. Here you can see on this side. So, in a nutshell, data science is all about understanding the data, or to be more precise, I can say data science is all about making sense of data. That's what data science is. In simple words, data science is all about making sense of data. And you might have heard about something called as visualization or visualizing, right? So, visualizing data is a very important aspect of data science, right? And for performing visualization on the data, we are going to need mathematics and statistics. That's where we are going to need it, right? And for all these areas, see, whatever the terms which we have talked about till now, for all these areas like machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, data science, for all these areas, there are some fundamental tools which we are going to need. So what are those fundamental tools? So I will just try to write it down here, and which you are already aware of. Okay, so those fundamental tools are like probability. This is what we are going to need, knowledge of probability. Many times we are going to need it. Statistics. This is what we are going to need. So probability, statistics, linear algebra, right? This is where your knowledge is going to come handy, right? In your case, as we people are from statistics and mathematics background. Matrix algebra. Okay, maybe like numerical optimization. That's why you might have heard many people saying that okay, we need to have knowledge about all these terms. Numerical optimization, right? And obviously, last but not the least, you are going to need some computer programming language, and you are already aware about that, right? Computer programming. You are aware about Python, right? So here you can see these are the fundamental tools which one should have a basic idea. I'm not saying that you should be an expert in this. You should have a basic idea in all these stuff. And these are called as, these are nothing but, these are the fundamental tools. These are the fundamental tools about which one should have a basic idea to make some sense about machine learning, deep learning, AI, artificial or data science. And in our case, about machine learning. See, as we are going to go and we are going to develop some models, definitely we need all these things, whatever I have listed down. Maybe plus or maybe some additional things also sometimes we need it. Okay, so as and when it is needed, definitely we will discuss about that. Talking about this particular thing, computer programming language. See, it's not a hard and fast one that only Python is used for machine learning or data science or deep learning or AI. There are other languages. For example, see, we will be using Python. For your course, we will be using Python. If you want me to make use of some another language like R, definitely I can show you some of the models with the help of R also. It all depends on how much time we will get later on, because there are a lot of things which which we are going to discuss, right? Maybe later on I'll be showing you the complete course which I talk about, what I talk about in machine learning course or deep learning course. There are separate courses which I actually created. I have created my own syllabus also for all these courses. Generally in my trainings I conduct all those topics. Right? But here first of all we'll try to finish all the topics according to your syllabus, and then if we get some time, definitely we will try to go and try to discuss all those things. It all depends on how much interest you people show. Python programming is one thing. You can make use of R languages. Even Java also can be used, right? Even you can make use of C or C++ kind of language. And now there is different languages which are coming in the market, which you can make use of for all these things, right? Or in general, I can say artificial intelligence. But yes, mostly we'll be making use of Python language. So this is a basic idea about machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and data science. But yes, let me once again tell you, these are not the only definitions. There are a lot of definitions, and all these areas, whether you talk about machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, data science, all these areas are massive, right? And out of all these things, deep learning is something which is, I can say, it's fast evolving, right? So generally, what we do is generally we cover those topics or those areas of deep learning which are fundamental and most important and widely used. And same thing we do in case of machine learning. We cover a wide spectrum of the techniques, right? Now, of course, we might leave a bunch of techniques also depending on the time, which might not be extensive. So even the topics from data science areas are also covered, like data visualization, which is necessary for machine learning as well as deep learning. That is analyzing the, for example, dimensionality reduction technique and all these things, right? So, or analyzing the data itself, right? But the point I want to tell you is that you talk about all these areas in itself, they are massive, right? And I believe no single course or not even a PhD degree can help cover all these topics here. It's almost impossible. You talk about any one area, it's huge. There is no end to that, right? So that's why I told you. Remember that if you go and if you refer some books, you will see some people. Some people calling data science also as artificial intelligence. Remember that I told you that it's not wrong. It's not totally wrong. But to be more precise, if I want to differentiate between AI and data science, this is what I will make you, right? So that's how all these terms are related, right? And as I told you, there is no end to that. So, but yes, if you go and if you try to understand the most common things, it's not always difficult to understand others. And most importantly, if you go and if you try to execute all the things, whatever I'm sharing, that's the best way to learn uh, machine learning or data science or deep learning or AI. Right? So I hope everyone is clear till this point. Let me know if you have any question. Just let me know yes, no. Do you have any question? Any doubt? Any suggestion? Anything to add? Any difficulty? Just let me know yes or no. Or you want me to repeat something? Okay, so I'm getting some replies. Let me check. Okay. Okay, Akash is saying, you is saying, okay. Rama was saying where data analysis comes in the diagram. Okay, that's a good question. Rama. See, his question is, I don't know, just a minute. Yeah, one of the students has asked where data analysis is going to come. So see, data analysis will be used in machine learning. It means it will be used in AI. It means it will be used in DA. So data analysis is everywhere. That's why this intersection is shown. Data analysis is common between data science and deep learning, between data science and machine learning, between data science and AI. So data analysis will be here, data analysis will be here, data analysis will be here, data analysis will be a small part of all of that. Is it clear? Does that answer your question? Because see, without data analysis, we cannot go and we cannot proceed with model development. Is it clear, Rama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So because later on, see, what I will be doing is I will be showing you all the steps to create a model, to create a machine learning model, for example, maybe for classification or a regression. So in that case, one thing is always going to be common, and that is going to be pre-processing of the data, or I can say cleaning of the data, right? And obviously data analysis. Without analyzing data, we cannot proceed. We cannot go for model development because data analysis is going to do what? In data analysis, we are going to plot some graphs. In data analysis, we are going to see how the distribution of the data looks like, whether the data is normally distributed, whether data is standardized or not. All those things we are going to comment. So this is what your answer is. Okay? Any other question other than that? Let me check the chat box. Okay, I think there is no question for remaining people. So I hope that you people understood the basic idea, or you got the basic idea about all this. ML, DL, AI, and data science. Okay. Let me clear this. Let me go and let me show you the syllabus. So see, as per your syllabus, you can see they were talking about basic definitions. Basic definitions, right? Types of learning, I will discuss them. Before discussing about types of learning, see, as we talked about data analysis, as we talked about pre-processing, or we talked about cleaning of the data. So here, along with the basics of Python for implementation, I'm hoping that now you know how to write on a function, what is list, tuple, dictionary, set. All these things you are aware about. You have seen or you have learned in basic Python. That's what I got from madam. That's the information I got from madam that you people are aware about basic Python. Along with that, I want to ask you one more question. Are you people aware about the packages? Are you people aware about NumPy package or NumPy package? Do you know NumPy?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. Are you people aware about all these packages?
Yes.
Okay. See, let me know if someone is not aware about all these things. Just let me know. Okay. So see, if you are aware about all these things, so I am getting yes as a response from you people. So I hope you know how to make use of all these basic packages. So if I know, just a minute. Vaishnavi, right? I think. Are you not aware about all these things, Vaishnavi?
Sir, I have heard about these names, but not studied deeply.
How is it possible? Then other people, how they came to know about it? Akash is also saying that he is not aware about it. Can you people just clear this point? How some of you are not aware about these things? So was it not in your previous subject as a syllabus?
No, it was not there. We studied it on
Okay.
self-learning.
Okay. So you people set it on your board. Okay. So what I will do is then let me just go. See, as I told you, I will be giving you some notes to refer. And once you go and once you refer all these notes, I will guarantee that you don't have to refer any other thing other than that if you want to understand machine learning. I am talking about tactical approach. Okay. Let me show you. See, as you people are those people who are aware about NumPy, maybe no problem. Let's that will be a revision kind of a thing for you people. Okay, if you are aware about that. But those people who are not aware about, I want everyone to have a complete idea about all those packages because everything will be dependent on knowledge of those packages. Let me show you. See, uh, basic Python. I hope you people are aware of now. See, we have some basic commands, right? So you should know how to install the packages. You should know how to import the packages. What is aliasing, and from basic you should know how to write on the you can say how to write on the functions, how to write on the for loop, how to write on the while loop, or at least you should be able to understand that, right? No need to write on anything from scratch because I will be providing you the code as well as the output. All the problem statements and the answers of those I will be providing. Okay, so let me go and let me try to show you some of the questions that let me check whether you will be able to answer all those questions or not. And accordingly, I will be going and I will be talking about the topics which are needed. Now let me go to NumPy. See, suppose uh, those people who are aware about NumPy, let's discuss about basic questions here. How to input NumPy? So you know that this is the command, right? Any package if you want to import, you can import. Import NumPy as NPy. So import is a keyword. NumPy is the name of the package which you want to import. And as an NP is alias. Alias is nothing but like another name. Okay, a short, and it's a standard practice that we use NP for NumPy. Those people who are not aware about how to install NumPy, see if any package is not installed. That's why I told you that I told you people that I'll be making use of Anaconda Jupyter. Let me even just make it a point that everyone installs Anaconda Jupyter. I will again repeat because I'll be sharing notes in the form of IPYNB files. For example, if I want to share the notes regarding NumPy package, all these things I want to share. So what I will be doing is I will be sending you IPYNB file. What you need to do, you need to open that IPYNB file in Jupyter. That's why you people need to install Anaconda Jupyter. Those who are not aware about it, let me know. Okay, just let me know. I will help you to install. It's a easy thing. You just need to download exe file. Why? See, let me show. to you, or maybe later on I will show you sample notes where I have actually added even handwritten notes also. See, if you people are not aware about how to install a package, see, this is a command to import a package. If I go and if I click on run, this will run and it will be imported. Now this is imported, right? You can see 17 now. So this 17 is nothing but the sequence number in which I have run the command. So earlier I actually run 16 commands, right? 16 commands, that's why this is 17. And whatever this particular thing, this place where I am running the code, it is actually called as cell in Jupyter, where I run the code. Now here, if someone is not aware about how to install a package in case of Anaconda Jupyter, so see, once Anaconda is installed, just press Windows button and type Anaconda, and you will be able to see Anaconda Navigator. Once you click on this Anaconda Navigator, you will be able to see something like this, where you have everything at one place. See, you can launch Jupyter Notebook, you can launch Jupyter Lab, even you can make use of Spider, all these tools. Out of this, I am making use of Jupyter. As you people told me that you are using PyCharm ID, I am hoping that you are aware about something called as environment. Okay, environment. What is environment? Environment we always create whenever we want to work on projects. So for a separate project, one should have a separate environment. Again, when we will start with the PyCharm, if you people are not aware about that, I will take care for that. How to create the environment. Just let me. It might be a very basic question. Do not hesitate to answer any type of question if you are really interested to learn all these things, right? So with this, I was trying to tell you how to install any package. So go here, search for Anaconda, and you will be able to see something called Anaconda prompt, Anaconda PowerShell prompt. This one. Just click on that, and you will be able to see this kind of a window. Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So what you can do is, obviously it is going to prompt in the axis. It is going to show you this base. Base is an environment name. This is the default environment which Python makes use of. Base. But for a separate project, there will be separate environment. So I was trying to tell you the command to install. The command to install any package. So the command to install any package is pip install and name of the package. So suppose NumPy, in my case NumPy is already installed, and even in case of Anaconda's Python, by default they have given us some packages already installed. So always remember, pip install and name of the package is the command to install any package. See, Python is totally dependent on packages, and that's why it's easy to learn. That's why the number of lines of code is reduced, and that is the reason why many people prefer Python kind of language. Because you talk about any domain, Python is there. You talk about data analysis, business analysis, deep learning, machine learning. You talk about hacking. You talk about application development. You talk about networking. You talk about security. Python is there. You talk about gaming, anything. It is just because of packages, right? So in my case, if I try to press enter, in my case, it might show me the message like requirements already satisfied, because this package is already present in package. So I pressed enter. Now see, it is showing me requirement already satisfied because NumPy is already there. So the reason of showing you this one is for those people who are not aware about how to install any package. This is the command to install any package in Anaconda's Python. Okay, just minimize this. So this is what I am making it. Moving to NumPy. Now see, packages, as I am talking about packages, let me give a very simple example. Again, many of you might have heard about a package called as pytxx. Just see the power of packages in Python. If I write down, suppose if I want to import this package, import pytxx. Now I have already installed this particular package. Let me go and let me run it. So yes, 17 I am able to see, that means it has successfully run. I have actually imported this particular package. So let me show you the use of this package. So if I go and if I try to write down, I will create a variable. Okay, I will create a variable like suppose engine. This engine is equal to pytxx dot init. Init is nothing but some initialization, that is starting it. Okay, and then as I created a variable called as engine, I can make use of the methods in that particular thing, that is engine, which I have created as an object with the help of pyttsxt package. And in this, if I go and if I write down something like welcome to welcome all of you for machine learning session. Okay, something like this I have written. Now here, because of that particular package, now see what's going to happen. If I go and if I try to write down engine dot something like run and wait, what I will do is now I will run it. Now pyttsx3, what is this package is, it is going to convert text to speech. So what should happen is it should go and it should read this particular message. Here I have shown a message. Okay, I can show a paragraph also. See, this is the power of Python package. Let me check.
Welcome all of you for machine learning sessions.
See, it has read this particular message. Welcome all of you for machine learning sessions. Like this, I can even pass a complete PDF file. And now see, I will run it once again.
Welcome all of you for machine learning sessions.
Right now, see the voice. The voice was a female, right? If you want to change it to male, that's possible because of the package. The speed with which or the rate with which it was reading, if you want to slow down that rate, it's possible with the help of this package, right? So pyttsx3 is going to do what? It is going to convert text to speech. Now suppose if you are not aware about something, so always remember what you can do is, suppose some package is new for you, so always remember, I don't know whether you people are aware about it or not. Those people who are aware about it, no problem. Those who are not, remember this. Whenever there is a new package, because see, in our case, you will come across some new packages, because again there is no end to the packages. Whatever I have actually tried to list down, that is NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. These are the basic packages, 4 basic packages. But again, the things are not limited to these packages only. In future, definitely you will come across different packages depending on the use. Some packages which will be related to statistics and maths, which we will be directly making use of in model sets once we run the algorithms. Suppose you are not aware about some packages, for example, pyttsx3. This package you are not aware about. So what you should do is go to Google and type py space name of the package and then search. Click on the first result. You will get each and everything about that particular package. The code which I have run just now, same code is here. See this one. Now, as I told you that if you want to go and if you want to change the rate, the speed with which it reads, you can make use of engine.get property. If you want to change the volume with which it reads, you can make use of engine.get property volume. And suppose if you want to go and if you want to change the voice itself, you can change it. See, voice by default it is for male. By default it is female. So 0 is for male and 1 you need to give for female. Right? So everything with example, with links, everything is given here. So this is the official website for pyttsx3. Official link for pyttsx3. Like this, you will get, if you go and if you just search py name of the package, you will be able to see each and everything for any package, whatever you want to learn. Right? So this is very important. Remember that. Again, I will repeat, those who are aware about it, ignore it. Those who are not, just remember that. Okay. Now, moving to this NumPy. As you people, some of you have said that okay, you are aware about NumPy. Let me go and let me check, or otherwise, see what I will be doing is, as NumPy and Pandas, these two things are very important. NumPy, Pandas, and C, all the 4 packages are actually very important. Even generally, what I do is I go and I try to create some applications also. Suppose what kind of applications I generally create with all these packages and all the basic knowledge of basic Python. I create voice assistant. Suppose if you pass a voice command to your computer, it will do that. Suppose if you ask it to play music, it will play music. If you ask it to open YouTube, it will open it. If you ask it to open WordPad, it will open WordPad. Anything. So how to create those kind of applications with the help of this package and knowledge of basic Python? That's what generally I discuss at the start. Okay, and that's where we make use of NumPy, pandas, and all those factors. Along with this, let me go. Suppose those people who are aware about Python, let me ask you very simple questions. Let's see. Now see, suppose I have this array ARR. Okay, you might be knowing about this particular method arrange. It's a basic method which is used in NumPy. See, NumPy is what, NP is what, NumPy. I have already imported it. That's why I'm able to run this particular command. So what it will do, it will generate an array or the matrix ARR. Let me shift enter here. Now see, this is the data we have. This is the data we have. Okay. Now, as this is a matrix, you know what's a matrix, right? As this is a matrix, my simple question to you people is, what will be your command? What will be your command to fetch 8, 9? Those people who are aware about NumPy, can you tell me what will you write down to fetch 8, 9 from ARR? What command you will write down? Simple question, so that it will give you a basic idea about what you know and what I need to cover. There are some few questions I need to ask you. Can anyone tell me, those who are aware about NumPy? Can you people tell me what will be your command to fetch 8, 9? Because see, I'll be putting all my efforts here, and I do not want anyone not to understand all these things, right? So when I'll be discussing about developing of the models and training of the models, here we'll be finding out NumPy again and again. And at that time, I do not want you people that okay, I do not have any idea about NumPy. That's why I'm trying to spend some time on all these things. So yes, those people who are aware about NumPy, can you tell me what will be your command to get to fetch 8, 9? Can you just try it out? Even though it might be easy for you, please answer it. Even if your answer is wrong, no problem. This is just to get an idea what whether people are aware about it or not. Right? Indexing, this is called as indexing, right? So yes, can you people try out this one? 8, 9. How to fetch this particular element? What will be your command to fetch this element from AR? So someone has replied me. Let me check. Okay, Anmol. So let me copy Anmol's answer and let me go and let me paste it here and let's check whether it is correct or not. So print array 7, array 8. Okay. This is not going to work. No. Let me see. This is what Anmol has written. Now it is showing you error. So try to understand people. See, this is not to show that okay, you do not know this or you do not know this one or that one. It's not like that. My point is, I want everyone to know this because this is what we are going to need in model development. Let me know if you people are aware about it. I will skip this topic. Please try to understand. Okay. Initially, even though we will require some time, no problem at all. But if you are clear about basics, it is definitely going to speed up in the remaining topics. You will not require that much of time because if you are there about all these things, that will be good even for me also. I will not have to explain all those things again. There, when you talk about development of the models, any other person wants to try out. I want to fetch 8, 9 from ARR. This is what Anmol has given me, but obviously this is not going to work. This is not the way to index AI. Yes, anyone, can you please try those people who said yes, those who are aware about NumPy? Again, this is not to show you that okay, you do not know this. I will again repeat it. Do not take it in other way. Okay, Alicia is repeating. She has actually answer ARR of 1, 2. For 8 you are saying, right? But we want 8, 9, Anisha. We want 8, 9, right? For 8, 9, for 8, this is right. But what we want to fetch 8, 9. So ARR, again, she has written this. Let me go and let me check. Eight, 9, right? So now the question is, now other people, are you aware about this? 8, 9. This is how you can fetch 2 elements at a time. If you people are aware about it, it will save my time. I will not cover NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Zero. Let me go further and let me try to talk about C. If this is your ARR. Now, Alicia, can you tell me what will be your answer to fetch, suppose 6 and 19? I want 6, 19. Whatever you said, that is right. Absolutely.
ARR 10.
So ARR
10.
That's it. Is it the answer? Okay, I think she's replying. Let me check. Okay, we want 619, Alicia, right? 10 is right. ARR 10 for 6 it is right. We want what? We want 619. Both these elements we want. So I just want to know whether you people are aware about how to fetch the elements which are not adjacent. Which are not adjacent. Yes. 619. Or let me know whether you are aware about it or not, whether you tried it or not later. See, in this case, what you people need to do is, as we want 6 and 19, now it should not happen, right? Other people who are not aware about it, they should not have any confusion. But still, I will make sure that everyone understands it. See, 6, 19. So 6 and 19, I am getting some answers. I think maybe aware about what, but not revised perfectly. But yes, but again, this comes under basics only, right? See, what happens is 0, 1. What is the row number of 6 and what is the row number of 19? So row number of 6 is 0, 1 is the row number of 6, and 2, 3. 3 is the row number of 19. So what I will do is, I will write on 1, 3. What is the column number of those elements? What is the row number of 6? Row number of 6 is 0. And what is the row number of 19? 0, 1, 2, 3 is the row number of 19. And then run. So I will get 6. This is how you can fetch the elements which are not adjacent. Even if, see, even I could have asked you the questions like fetch the elements like 2, 7, 2, 7, 12. This is also possible. Anything, 21, 5, 125, anything. Now tell me, what is the practical application of NumPy? Any practical application of NumPy? Can anyone tell me who studied this earlier? Why? Why won't you understand NumPy? Yes. Okay, no problem. Okay, now I am putting one question in front of you. Just let me know how many of you say yes and how many of you say no. According to that, I will cover these topics. See, these packages, right? NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and C1. You want me to cover these topics? Yes or no? I will go with majority. Just let me know, all of you, in the chat box, either yes or no. I will go with the majority. So I think people are answering. Okay. Almost from everyone I am getting yes. That's what I wanted to hear. So see, what I will be doing is, don't worry, I will, those people who are aware about it, it might be a revision for you. But yes, this is important. That's why, as I got responses from you people, everyone is saying yes, I should talk about this one. So I'll be covering this one. Okay, all these 4 packages I'll be covering, and then we will go and we will start with the types of machine learning. Okay, I hope everyone understood how we are going to proceed further. Right. So NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and C1. That's what I got the idea. Okay, that's good. No worries. Okay. Now, yes, this is the one thing. Okay. Suppose, and what I will be doing is actually, you people have a WhatsApp group, right? I just want to make sure how. Do you have any Gmail email group? Do you have any Gmail group? I am just asking for where I should share the notes. I will be sharing IPv4 files related to NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn, where I should share. Because today's names I have shared with Pawan sir, and I think he forwarded to you people, right? So if you people have any group, just let me know. Or should I share it with Pawan sir, and then is he going to share it with you?
Sir, we can make a WhatsApp group.
You don't have a WhatsApp group?
No, sir, we can make an extra WhatsApp group for machine learning.
Okay, then please, everyone, please come forward and just create it. Add me in that group. Whatever the notes, whatever the data sets, whatever is needed, we'll be discussing. I'll be sharing in that group. Is it okay, all of you? That's what I think you people agree, right? Yeah. Okay. So please, anyone, you create one group. I will be sharing my number. See, my WhatsApp number. I'll just write down here. This is what my WhatsApp number. The person who is going to create the group. 965 70 80 95. This is my WhatsApp number. Add me in that group. Okay. And anytime if you feel any doubt, any query, if you have, this is my personal address. Yogesh PM 5555@gmail.com. Okay. As I told you that we start, I run a startup. Actually, I started with a startup named as Bharat Soft Solutions, which is at Pune. So we work in all these domains, and let me tell you, we even provide. We also need the people like you who are from statistics and mathematics background. So we generally provide internships and we provide sponsorships for this kind of people. Generally, what I do is we have some projects on which we work, right? So we actually allot some module work to you people, right? Because I have seen that the students who go for their MCA or MSc, right? So generally they have 6 months or 3 months or 1 year kind of internship they need to do. So it will be a win-win situation for you people as well as for us. So maybe you can think of like that also, right? If you are interested, later on you can definitely approach. If you are interested for sponsorship or internship, definitely there will be interviews and all those things that will be conducted. This is just for your kind information, those who are interested. So please note down this and add me in the WhatsApp group later on. And to, if you want to go and if you want to learn later on, always if you just go and search with this name, where I have put all the things related to machine learning and data science. So this is what my YouTube channel is. I have put everything related to machine learning and data science. Those who are interested, they can also refer. You can suggest, right? All the algorithms, almost all the algorithms I put here, and most of the things are hands-on. Right? Again, this is for just for your information. So I hope everyone is clear till this point, whatever we have discussed. And I hope you people are clear about how we are going to cover all these things, right? So yes, if you have any doubt, anything, you can ask. Otherwise, for today we will stop here. Any doubt, anyone? Anything you want to add? Anything you want to ask? Nothing. Okay. So okay, if there is oh, no problem. So what you will do is in the chat box, just maybe your name and your roll number. Just those who are present, just write down your name and your roll number in the chat box, because that's what I'll be making use of for attendance. Are you getting my point? Name and whatever roll number, seat number. Yes. Everyone, please just. Eunice is asking sponsorship thing. Okay, so Eunice, what we people do is, as I told you, I run a startup named as Bharat Soft Solutions at Kothur, which is located in Kothur at Pune. So what we do is, people from engineering background, people like you from MCA, from some people are from who are doing even MS, right? What we do is we provide sponsorship kind of a thing for you. I don't know whether you people also have this kind of thing or not, where you need to go to industry and where you need to do some work on some real-time projects, right? So that kind of a work we provide to you people. For that, we will be giving you certificates or letters, and sometimes in some cases, if we like your work, we even provide paid internships. Also. Are you getting yours? That's what I was trying to tell. So in a short, we will allocate some work to you from our projects, because instead of giving that particular work to some third party person and paying him, it is always good to give it to some fresher, right? So it's a win-win situation for both the parties. That's how generally we do. So those who are interested, definitely they can approach, maybe in later stages decisions, right? Okay, so I hope everyone sent the roll number and name. I hope everyone is done. That's what I can see. Okay then, guys. I will stop here for today. Maybe we will meet in the next session, and in the next session, I'll be starting with NumPy package. And let me, as I told you, just add me in the group. I'll be sharing all the notes, the links for all the notes in that group. You can go and you can download the notes. Right? I hope everyone got whatever I wanted to tell you. So yes, I will stop here, and we will meet in the next session. Bye all.